We were waiting for a great battle between the Warriors of the Night and the Killer Clowns. It was the Killer Clowns who was going to be entering in the state of California, and the Warriors of the Night were going to meet up to battle them. However, things actually took a turn. From what we understand, the Warriors of the Night did show up, but the Killer Clowns no-showed. Why is that? What exactly happened? Well, we're going to go ahead and analyze the situation to see if perhaps if there's something more sinister to this. But joining me right now, my broadcast colleague, Rebel Tea Time. Tea Time, of course, joining us tonight. Rebel, of course, you have been into the Killer Clowns for quite some time, and perhaps maybe this is going to be one of the most interesting ones yet, because Killer Clowns like to flaunt about that they don't like backing down, that they actually like causing mayhem and havoc, and yet they didn't show up against the Warriors of the Night. Your thoughts?
They don't back down. They don't back down. But they plotting. They're plotting ways to get Warriors of the Night. So that is what my thought is. Right, thinking they are going to strike at the Feast of the Night, the Night of the Round Table, whoever they are.
Yeah, the Warriors of the Night and
Warriors of the Night. There we go.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you. I mean, a lot of people might look at this and go, well, the Killer Clowns were scared, which could be true, and I hope it is true. Hopefully, at least, I hope that the Killer Clowns probably decided to back down and maybe didn't want to go through with this. However, I don't think that really is the most likely candidate of the excuses of what's going on. In fact, I believe what's happening here is that the Killer Clowns are trying to be a few steps ahead of the Warriors of the Night. Why they didn't show up, it's unknown. But maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're just waiting for them to strike when they least expect it, when the victims, when the warriors, and so on and so forth, least expect it. And if that is the case, then maybe the Killer Clowns, as much as they do not like them, as much as I disdain them, maybe they're doing something, and it hurts me to say, but maybe they're doing something smart.
The Killer Clowns, what they're going to do is, like I said the last time, people in California, we need to join these clowns because it's the best thing that's going to happen here in California. You need to join them. Why? Because you do not want to be clown food now. You got these other that's trying to strike fear, and it's time to fight back. The clowns are going to fight back. Clowns are going to do that with extra help.
How can you say that again? The fact that you're going to sit here and tell everyone that it's okay to join the Killer Clowns. I want to hear from you instead. No, never join the Killer Clowns. No, don't join their evil deeds. Actually stand up for yourself and others and make this life a lot more peaceful.
The clowns they're going to stand up for themselves. That's exactly what they're going to do.
That is. For bad intentions in their mind, by the way. Anyway, I do want to, the Warriors of the Night obviously are very adamant that they're going to make sure they're going to take them down. But going back to the story at hand, obviously the Killer Clowns didn't show up. So there's particular theories out there. Of course, one of the theories could be they no-showed because they were afraid. Although the more likely of the theory, at least in my estimation, is that maybe these Killer Clowns are waiting when to strike officially. When is the perfect time to strike? Whenever they least expect it. But you have to understand, if this is, let's just hypothetically state that this is the reason why they didn't show up. Just imagine how calculated they are. It makes it even more creepy if you think about it. These guys are not mentally stable. These guys are absolutely have a lot of loose screws up in their heads, if you know what I'm talking about. And yet, even though they're mentally unstable, they're stable enough to calculate their attacks rightfully so. So when they attack their victims, they of course have the highest amount of victims they can get.
They're plotting. They're trying to get inside the Knight's heads. They're trying to psych them out, they're trying to play games with them. Is what they're doing. The clown's not scared.
Would you agree that maybe the Killer Clowns are trying to play psychological warfare in that case?
Oh, of course. No, you gotta psych them out. You gotta get the upper hand. Because if you don't, the Knights could get you and they could win the war. So what the clowns need to do is they need to get their butts out there, get rid of the Knights once and for all, and of course the Californians, as we know, we need to join them as well.
I'll be lying if I didn't tell you that I wasn't concerned. But I'll tell you, I mean, or rather, I would be lying if I told you I wasn't concerned. But, the thing is, they didn't show up is actually a lot more concerning than one might think. One might go, well, they didn't show up, cool, and kind of move on with their life. But this is not right. Something seems a little off to me that these guys are so confident in defeating every single group. You heard what Trinkles the Clown said in a couple of episodes ago, stating that obviously he was not going to back down against anybody, that he and his troops were ready for any type of action. And yet all of a sudden they didn't show up. So again, it's concerning that they seem so confident and yet they didn't show up, none of them. So I truly think there is something happening. Something is going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen next, but who knows what really is going to be taking place anytime soon. I mean, these killer clowns are unpredictable, and I stated before, the best word to describe them, calculated.
I think the killer clowns, what they need a new leader. I think they need a leader that will, take them straight to what they need to do.
Oh, will you stop?
But I'm just saying, they need a new leader. And I know
How can that be?
I do know a good leader.
Okay, well, listen, I'm going to dismiss what you've said, and for everyone listening here tonight, please avoid the comments that my broadcast colleague T has been saying all broadcast long, but anyways, we're about to cut it short here, but I mean, T, I guess we're going to find out what's going to transpire over the next couple of days. Of course, Eon Network is going to continue to investigate and to continue to monitor what's happening here, and any updates that happen, we'll, of course, continue to report on the videos, so all of you, the great fans and members, are kept up to date so you guys can stay safe along with you and your family members and friends. Any last couple of comments there, T?
Beware of your surroundings and always join the clowns and always stay yeet.
Oh my goodness. Join the killer clowns for what? Just because you're afraid that you're going to get caught? Just because you're afraid that, as you said, quote, you're going to be clown food? That's not true. Everyone can stand up against the killer clowns. And when have you ever seen evil win at the end?
It.
It?
Yes, it. Pennywise won.
Wait, you do realize that actually it did lose at the end of the movie, right? And book.
I didn't finish watching it.
Nonetheless, everyone, thanks for joining us live on Eon Network. We'll find out what's going to transpire, but again, very concerning that the killer clowns did not show up. Why is that? We don't know. We'll find out sooner or later. Thanks for joining us. For TM Adrian Matt, we'll continue the killer clown, reports. We'll see you in the next episode.
Eat.